All right, new this morning, Somm Wine Bar is introducing a new educational class each month, with the first one happening this week. Joining me is Dan Alton, the general manager with Somm Wine Bar, and Keegan Corcoran, owner and founder of Ignition Wines. Thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, good morning.
Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Thanks for being here with us.
It
now,
is.
tell me, how did the idea for this series even come about?
Well, we've really exploded in growth with our wine club membership. We're well over 800 currently. So we needed to add more content to just expand what we're doing. So most of our tastings have been more of a social hour, sipping, drinking, trying wines that that you normally might not try in a setting that's more social. So we've added the educational series. There's a big want and need for learning about either the varietals, the regions, so on and so forth. And so I had Keegan, which you're level 3, correct?
Yeah, I'm an advanced sommelier, so one of about 600 in the world that have gotten to that particular level.
Amazing, very fancy.
I'll sit for the master exam in April again, so wish me luck on that. But
We will.
education is very much like ingrained in the quartermaster sommeliers, and then also what Dan and I were talking about, reaching out to his guests and the people that go to Somm very frequently to kind of open up the doors a little bit, to learn a little bit more, go a little deeper into wine.
And with your experience, of course, you are getting the best of the best information. So the first series is going to be West Coast Cabernets. What can people expect to learn about some of the wines that we have featured here on this table?
Well, it's kind of like a comparative kind of side-by-side through most of the tasting of like, hey, this is what California Cab is, and this is what different parts of California present for Cabernet. Here's Washington State in comparison between that. Here's a couple from Washington, and then kind of going side-by-side between the two states so people can see a little difference. Of course, Cab is made in many other places around the world, and we'll get to that as the series progresses. But yeah, we just thought it'd be a neat kind of intro, start domestic and start with the king of grapes, which is Cabernet, and then grow it from there. So.
That's amazing. And people wouldn't think, Washington State, I know California, Napa Valley, everybody knows. We think Europe, like you were saying, other places make wine. So that would be interesting to learn about, what's here domestic, here at home, like you said. So any plans for future events as well? I know we're starting with red, but what else can you guys tell us?
We're going to visit regions and varietals. So we have a wine dinner series. The next one will be on February 18th. I think that is already sold out. We will be visiting Sangiovese, the grape varietal from Italy, the week after that, so on the 25th of February. March, we will also be rolling out the spring fling, our big wine show. We do one in the spring and fall fling as well, and then a holiday show. So we've just got a lot of dynamic programming. We just kind of keep it steamrolling for 2025, and we sell out every event. This event, there may be 2 tickets. I think we had 2 that backed out, but usually we're sold out by the time we get here, which is a good problem to have. But yeah, and Keegan's going to lead the tasting on this, and we've got mountain fruit, valley fruit, Washington State. We've talked about this on here before. He and I have long had an affinity for Washington wines because there's a lot of value versus like the quality, and the value is just incomparable.
It's for all skill levels too,
It is.
From a complete novice to somebody who's been drinking wine, or collecting wine or whatnot, and everything in between. So if you have interest, or anyone out there, please don't hesitate to check it out.
Yeah, get your friends together. And so really quick before we go, we need to know where to find tickets, especially those 2 that may be available.
Go to our events page on sommwinebarcincinnati.com. There is a purchase ticket button. If they're there, they're there. If not, they're not. But in the meantime, you can join the wine club. It's a complimentary membership, and you can get on future mailings to find out what's going on at Somm.
And you'll want to plan ahead because these things do sell out fast. So thank you so much for sharing that information.
Thank you.
Cheers to you both. We'll
Cheers.
send it back to you, Steph.